Before this what if begins, Goku will not be using this time chamber for a million years and marrying Vados. This will not be the style of the what if, just to make things clear. I will be a little bit more realistic with his use of a time chamber, as the majority of Dragon Ball plays the exact same, until Goku would then meet Kami after defeating Demon King Piccolo. Now he begins his training first with Mr. Popo, learning to train his spirit and his mind. Originally, Goku went inside the Hyperbolic Time Chamber for 1 month. Now for those who don't know, Hyperbolic Time Chamber is an empty void that a user can spend inside for 2 years maximum. Now the time difference is 1 day outside equals 1 year on the inside. The time chamber, with the weather and air changes, and it has 10 times gravity. It's very difficult to survive and train in. Now this time around, Goku will stay for the full year. And that is all the food supplies that Popo has for the time being, since Goku has a big appetite. Now it's very difficult, but Goku was able to do it. And to find out how strong he actually got, but the closest comparison that we can go off of is King Kai's training. Now Goku trained under 10 times gravity for the first time. Now of course the boost will be higher considering the air and weather change. Goku originally got 18.8 times stronger due to King Kai's training. So this time around, for plot reasons, I'm gonna just raise it to 25. And due to the fact that he could have also had sensu beans as well, and the Hyper Time Chamber is a more difficult thing to survive in. So Goku's power level has gone up pretty massively. His power level was 260 when he went inside the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and then when he walked out, his power level was 6,500. And his reasoning for grinding so hard is because he nearly lost to Demon King Piccolo, and he doesn't want to be weak anymore. Now this Goku is very strong, and already nearing powers he had 6+ years later. He spends his time training outside, and when the World Martial Arts tournaments arrived, he will still meet his friends, and Chi-Chi the exact same. Now his battle with Chi-Chi would go the same as well, and he would still marry Chi-Chi, as Goku still promised her since the events of Dragon Ball originally all happened the same. Roshi can sense that something was off about Goku. His power is hidden, but he can sense that Goku's hiding a lot of power. And Piccolo can sense this as well. Now this is when Goku would then walk to the stage and then fight Tien. And the fight goes a little differently. Goku would not remove his weighted clothing this time, as Tien would try all of his attacks on Goku, but Goku was far too fast and he was way too powerful. His punches did nothing to Goku, and Goku was moving way too fast for Tien. As Goku moved faster than even Piccolo could see, this is when Goku then knocked Tien out with a single finger, defeating him, as Goku's not trying to hurt Tien, but Tien was amazed by Goku's strength. And Goku has his secret reasons. But now, sooner or later, the main fight would then begin, with Goku fighting Piccolo Jr. Unfortunately, Piccolo Jr. would have no chance against Goku. Every attack that he did nothing to him. Goku was just playing with Piccolo. As Kami was smiling watching from afar, Goku tells Piccolo that he's going to go to his full power and show Piccolo. He would begin charging up his power as his white aura appears as it was shaking the planet. With his power, the clouds moving, Piccolo was beyond shock, same with everybody else. His power level was rising fast. His power level would then cap out at 6,500. Now we know originally it would be a little bit higher than that, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. As originally his power level was around 6,500 when he first started training under Kami, and when he first used the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. But remember, he still had 2 years of training left in him, so he did go back in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber one last time near the end, a few months before the tournament. His new power level, instead of 7,200, before he went inside the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, because remember, he trained for the next year or two with Popo and Kami, so he got a little stronger. His power level jumped up massively. The final time that he went in there before he fought Piccolo, his power level went from 7,200 to 150,000, making him far stronger than he was when he fought Ginyu. And he would easily knock out Piccolo with ease within a single shot, and Piccolo was defeated, but Goku would still spare his life due to the Dragon Balls and giving him a chance, as he does for all of his villains. As Piccolo would then fly off, he would then marry Chi-Chi, and life would pretty much go the same. They would have Gohan, and during the first 2 years, he spends with Chi-Chi, and Gohan, he doesn't use a Hyperbolic Time Chamber during that time because Chi-Chi is keeping Goku around. And he knows that he can beat Piccolo very easily, but he will not underestimate Piccolo either. So Goku continues training and prepares for Hyperbolic Time Chamber once again. Now, once when Gohan was old enough to where Chi-Chi can look after him without much of a problem, Goku would then just sneak off and, well, I guess he'll go see Bulma for a day or go do something. Chi-Chi would allow it, as Goku's been doing very well father-wise-ish. As this is when Goku would then disappear for 1 day, but he did 1 year training. As after his Hyperbolic Time Chamber, he stays in there for another year, growing massively in power again. Bulma at her Capsule Corp building got an intruder warning, but once when she looked, there was nothing on cameras, but she would then go look and she would find out that her dragon radar is missing. Luckily, she has the old spare, and she would use it to try and find the Dragon Balls using Goku for help. It took a few days to look for them, but they finally, because it was moving around erratically, they would luckily find them. They were all in one spot. As then the sky went dark, and then Goku spots Shenron in the distance flying towards. It was Piccolo. Piccolo knew that he could not beat Goku even if he trained for years. It wouldn't have worked. So Piccolo has one option. Piccolo would then make his wish. Goku would arrive just a second too late as Piccolo would begin laughing. His power level rising fast. As he looks at his hand, he glares at Goku that he's ready to test this wish out. As Goku tells Bulma to get out of here. As what did Piccolo wish for? Well, Piccolo used the dragon to unlock his inner potential. This is the same Piccolo who used it originally in Dragon Ball Super Hero. His power level was way higher, going from 360 to over 50,000, which doesn't really seem high to Goku standards, but we'll get that in a minute. Goku would overpower Piccolo in base form until Piccolo would then smirk. As he begins charging his power, he then transforms into his ultimate form. Now this is not Orange Piccolo, this is his first state. This is when he's in his potential unleashed state. Not Orange Piccolo. That form is not for Piccolo yet. This is when Goku was shocked to see this power, as this form doesn't necessarily have a multiplier, but it pushes his current body to its limits. As Goku was shocked, Piccolo smirked, as now it's round 2. He would then fly in, gut punching Goku, making him spit blood as he flies backwards. Goku would catch himself panting, as that was the strongest punch he's ever felt, and for some reason, he's only just getting more excited. Goku would then go to his full power, and his power level would jump up to 4.5 million. As Piccolo was impressed, and as Goku was lucky that he went inside the Hyperbolic Time Chamber one last time, because if he didn't, that punch that Piccolo threw would have already killed him long ago. As Goku states that while he's been pushing himself a lot, even having Kami make even heavier weights for him inside of that room. Now this is when Goku would then fly in, gut punching Piccolo, kicking him to the ground as he puts his hands together, charging a full power Kamehameha, making his power level output 9.9 million or 10 million. He fires it point blank at Piccolo. As those Z-Fighters have arrived after seeing the massive power boost, they would then smirk and say that, well, Piccolo had to have been defeated. There's no way someone can survive a point blank Kamehameha. Goku was shocked to see that Piccolo stood there, his arms blocking in an X as he was smirking. His outfit was a little damaged, but he had no damage on his body at all, not even a scratch. And he states that wasn't too bad, I nearly felt it. As the other Z-Fighters were watching in shock, he would then grab Goku by the hair and gut punching him, firing Ki Blast Jiren style as it exploded, sending Goku through the mountainside. As it falls on him, Piccolo would then land, ripping Goku from his arm, ripping him right out of the rubble, as he was disappointed. This was all he had. I guess Shenron went the extra mile with the wish. He would then toss Goku to the floor, as then a Ki Saucer, aka a Kienzan, or Destructo Disc, would then fly in and nearly hit Piccolo, as it was Krillin. Yamcha and Tien would then surround Piccolo. They would then all fire their full power attacks via the Spirit Ball, Kamehameha, Krillin's own Kamehameha, and Tien's Dodon Ray. As it would all hit Piccolo, surrounding him, Piccolo would then smirk as he tanked all the attacks with zero effort. He would then fly in, kicking them easily to the ground as they were easily defeated, nearly killing them. Goku could barely move as he was very injured. He struggled, having little to no energy left, screaming to get up as he was trying with all of his might. His friends were all falling like flies, nearly killed. Goku failed them all, as the mental struggle that he went through and the turmoil that he went through being there for all those years can drive somebody insane. But Goku, through all that, and just to get stronger, he still loses. He punches the ground as the sky begins darkens, lighting shooting near him. As he failed his friends, he isn't strong enough to defend Earth and his friends. His hair would begin rising, glowing, and then back to normal, and then glowing again. Piccolo looks with surprise as he slowly stood up, anger boiling. As his power rises, he screams as he transforms. Goku now looks different. His friends watch in shock, seeing Piccolo as he glares at Piccolo, giving him death in his eyes. Goku has now transformed into a Super Saiyan. Now this is possible because his power level is high enough. He has high enough S cells for sure. And with Piccolo nearly killing him, this pushes Goku to his limit. And Goku gets angry because of how much he struggled in the Room of Spirit and Time. All that built up, and he just let it all out. He transformed. Now with this happening, he would then look at Piccolo and then look at his hand as he clenches it, feeling the power. He would then fly in and attack Piccolo with new blinding speed. As Piccolo powers up to his full strength, his power level is at 170 to 180 million. The sky was now dark as they clashed, going back and forth. As the area shakes, Goku caught his punch and yells, kneeing his side, making Piccolo spit purple blood. As he hit Goku in the neck, sending him back, Piccolo begins charging his fingers as his power level begins rising quickly. He fires it right at Goku, as this was a special beam cannon. As Goku would fire his own Kamehameha, the beams would then clash, as Piccolo begins overpowering Goku, who screams in Super Saiyan. As his power rises, as his anger is growing, and his aura is only getting brighter, he would overpower Piccolo's beam barely, hitting him full force. As Goku landed panting in Super Saiyan, Piccolo landed hard, as he was very injured, but Piccolo was not out of the fight yet. He would then get up, as his arm was missing, he would then yell and regen his arm. The fight wasn't over as they clash again, but Goku was winning. As Piccolo to regenerate himself, it does take stamina to do this. Piccolo was losing now, as Goku was now winning, overpowering Piccolo. As he ducked a punch, Frieza style, giving a huge gut punch to Piccolo, sending him to the ground. As Goku kicked him right in the face, sending him into the air, Goku would then teleport behind him and sledgehammer him by the neck all the way down to the ground. As Goku would then fire Ki Blast, making a massive explosion, Piccolo would then lay there. As his form disappears back in base form, he coughs more purple blood as Goku stands over him, a Ki Blast ready. As the Z Fighters were then telling Goku to end him, Goku would then look into his eyes and then he stops, telling Piccolo to change his ways and never do evil again. Now Piccolo, having no chance, he would then just limp out of there. Goku would turn to base form, as he would nearly pass out, as he took all of his energy. Finally, the fatigue would then overtake him, as his friends would then help Goku, bringing him to Kami's lookout. Luckily, Korn started growing some more senzu beans, and luckily he did have one or two hanging around. Yajirobe has not snatched them yet. So this is when Goku would then be fully healed, as Kami would be angry with Goku, demanding why Goku spared Piccolo. Goku stated that Piccolo could have killed me just from the start. He had that power as soon as he made the wish, and he could have killed everybody else, but he didn't. The original Demon King Piccolo would have killed everybody already, but he didn't. He spared them for a reason. That's not normal, and he's not all evil. Goku can sense it. Piccolo is not all evil. He may not be that good, but he's not pure evil. And everybody deserves a chance. And Goku states, well, you also spared him because if it wasn't for Piccolo, he wouldn't be as strong as he is now. And he's going to keep on training to surpass Piccolo and make sure that no matter what happens, Piccolo cannot beat him. And Kami states, well, why can't you just end him? It doesn't matter if I go as well. Your power is so high now that you don't even need the Dragon Balls. And Goku states, well, I'm not going to let you die because you are a good spirit. That would be wrong. And you know that. Piccolo deserves a chance. But if he does try anything again, I will stop him. Kami would then agree to this, as Piccolo would then go off on his own, doing his own thing because he's really injured. Now, by this point, this is when Goku was excited, as Piccolo was super strong, but not to mention, he has a new Super Saiyan power. Now, he doesn't know it's Super Saiyan, but he has Amazed, and he'll begin learning how to use it properly very soon. He doesn't know how to tap into it, but he knows it's with Rage. But he needs to wait a while before using the Hyperbolic Time Chamber again, as during that time he spends it with Chi-Chi and Gohan. As a few years later would pass, Raditz would still arrive this time, and Piccolo would meet Raditz first, as this was proved in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot in the canon version of the game, that Piccolo did meet Raditz first. Now, Piccolo does see Raditz as a threat to his world domination, and he would power up as Raditz Scouter would then blow up immediately as he yelled out his power level. Now, Piccolo with a single hand thrust through Raditz's chest would kill him, as unfortunately Raditz has no chance, even with Piccolo. Raditz would ask how is this possible, and Raditz with his dying breath would then warn Piccolo of the Saiyan stronger than him coming to Earth within a year. Piccolo would then scoff and just kind of throw him to the side, as he wouldn't really think about it, as later on Goku would sense it after showing off Gohan and everybody else. Him and Bulma would then arrive, seeing the strange man who was dead now, Bulma would take the space pod for science work as usual. Goku would head home, but he stopped midway, getting serious as he landed to the ground. Piccolo would then arrive. As Goku wonders, is this Piccolo wanting to fight him again? As Goku was ready, but Piccolo states not now, as he tells him that within a year's time, 2 Saiyans are coming to Earth, and to be ready. Piccolo would then leave, stating he'll be back to train with Goku to test his power during this year. As time passes, they would all keep up their training, as Piccolo does form a small relationship with Gohan, just like before, as Gohan has grown a lot in power, considering the fact that he has Piccolo and Goku on top of that, who are way stronger than before. So Gohan is definitely getting his potential worth, and Piccolo notes Gohan's potential. With Goku being a genius as well, they notice it. They would definitely capitalize on it and train Gohan to use his potential and to really show how strong Gohan is. Yeah, Gohan is very strong in this What If. So Vegeta and Nappa would still arrive at the same time in the same city. Nappa would lift 2 fingers and destroy the city like before. Goku and the Z Fighters would arrive, as Nappa out of fun would then plant the Cybermen for fun. As they would then run forward, the Z Fighters would get ready. Piccolo states to wait. He would then, with a simple command, tell Gohan to go. Gohan would then be battle ready. Now this Gohan, while he is still innocent and he's still a 5-year-old, this version of Gohan is more battle ready. He's not as terrified, and he's ready to throw hands. Gohan would fight all the Cybermen by himself, giving them the Cell Jr. treatments, easily killing them one by one. As this would shock Vegeta and Nappa, as they scan his power level, it was over 10,000, shocking them. Now, this is not far-fetched for Gohan's potential. We all know that Piccolo really didn't start training Gohan fully until the last couple of months. He let Gohan survive for months on end, so he learns how to toughen up a little bit. With Goku and Piccolo, that's an insane combo. As they were shocked with Gohan's power level, that's impossible. Goku looked at Piccolo, dead serious, but then he smiles comedically and very goofy, and he says, Piccolo, do you want to try paper, rock, scissors for who fights who? Piccolo's eye would then twitch as he had his arms crossed. Goku was so annoying, but fine. Goku would then yell out paper, rock, scissors, and Goku would win. Piccolo would then growl, damn it, as Goku wants to fight Vegeta, and Piccolo would humor himself and fight Nappa, as Goku would bring Nappa and Vegeta to the Rocky Wasteland away from people and animals, as they would then get into their stances and they would then clash each other, as Goku would easily block Vegeta's attacks, as Nappa was having even a worse time. Piccolo was toying with him a little bit, and within a few minutes or even less, Vegeta and Nappa were on the ground badly wounded, and they were not looking too hot. As no matter what Vegeta did, he even fired a Gallic gun, his most powerful attack, and Goku just flicked it away with ease. What can they do? Nappa then states, you know what to do. Vegeta would then nod and form a fake moon, throwing it as the two would then transform. Now Goku was shocked because of the Great Ape, and it wasn't the power level that scared him. It was the fact that he realized that it was him who killed Grandpa Gohan. And he felt a little remorseful, but not right now. Nappa laughed as he transformed as well. His new power level was 40,000. Wow, big power level. As he charged a huge mouth blast, telling the Namek to go to hell. As it hit Piccolo, who didn't even move or block it with his arms crossed, the smoke would then clear, as Piccolo would then stand there in the same stance, with the same static face, with 0 damage. His cape flapping, movie style, as he was not impressed. He held out his fist and he vanished, and he flew right through Nappa's chest. And then he grabbed his giant finger, throwing him into the air as he fired a massive ki beam, enveloping Nappa's Great Ape body, hitting him, turning him into ash. Now Piccolo was really bored, but he's glad that it at least went this way, and at least nobody got killed. But now Piccolo would then stand and watch Goku toy around with Vegeta, as Goku was knocking Vegeta around easily, bashing him through rocks, and no matter what Vegeta did, he couldn't beat Goku. Goku would then fire a ki blast, cutting off his tail, and this is when Vegeta would then turn back to normal. He would then crawl away. As Piccolo was getting ready to kill Vegeta, Goku would then grab his arm, stopping him, stating, no, let him go. And Piccolo states, are you stupid? Like, he tried destroying the planet, he tried taking over. Goku states, what you did with Nappa was your decision, but I fought Vegeta, and it's my decision. I need you to trust me. And Piccolo states, so you're going to let that evil guy go? That's ridiculous. And Goku states, you were supposed to be pure evil, and look, you changed. Piccolo would never admit it, but deep down Goku was right, and they both knew it. Even though Piccolo won't admit it, Piccolo would rip his hand away from Goku's hand, and he says, fine, whatever. It's your decision. Just don't be whining to me when he comes back and blows his planet up. Goku states, well, that'll be my decision then. And Goku says, thanks, Piccolo. And Piccolo was tired of this, as they already won. So Vegeta would then warn Kakarot it was a mistake to spare him, as he would then fly off. And he would then go back and head towards Frieza's ship, which would then head to planet Namek. Now, by this way that the threat was over, Kami would then call for Goku back to Kami's lookout. He notices that Kami was a little worried. Now, Kami does sense a great danger arriving soon, and a being by the name of King Kai contacted him, warning him a being named Frieza was going to his homeworld of planet Namek. Now, they do have the Dragon Balls as well, but these Dragon Balls are even stronger than Earth's. If he wishes for immortality or a similar wish to Piccolo, he worries that maybe Frieza one day could find them and kill him, or even if Vegeta got the wish himself. And Goku asks, well, they can go to Namek and help them. Now, Kami did get the coordinates via King Kai telepathically, as Bulma would build a ship, basing it off of the Saiyan space pod, and also off Kami's ship as well, which Kami would then tell her about it. They would then begin building a ship. After the next few weeks, the ship was ready. Now, the people who will be going will be Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan, and Bulma. Only those four. As they would then do mental sparring and training, as there's no gravity room in this one, since Bulma's father did not build the second one. They would then arrive, and the same events would happen with Vegeta, by the way, with killing Kui and doing his own thing. That would still happen. Now, with his thing with the Ginyu Force, Goku would then spot Frieza torturing the Nameks, as he would then fly in, saving Dende, kicking Dodoria to the ground, as this would then surprise Frieza. Goku would then challenge Frieza, telling Gohan and Piccolo he's got it, and for Piccolo to find the Dragon Balls and help the Namekians, keeping them hidden. Zarbon and Dodoria would then attack Goku, who defeats them with a single attack, as Frieza was very impressed. He got out of his floating chair and he powers up to his full strength, which was 530,000. Goku was pretty impressed by his strength, but he tells Frieza if that's all he got, then he's in for a tough time. Frieza would then laugh, since Frieza can't scan power levels. And with his scouter only shows about 50,000. This is when Goku's power level would then spike, and he would then hit Frieza, grabbing his arm, yanking him forward, and he would then knee him right in the chest, shattering his armor as it sent Frieza through a few of the Namekian homes. As Goku would then throw the broken armor piece that he had, Goku would then wait for Frieza, who got up, spitting purple blood, very angry, as he states fine. He would then tap his scouter, calling for his men to bring the Ginyu Force as well. Luckily, the Ginyu Force was even closer than before. Due to the stories of the Prince Vegeta scaring Frieza, the Ginyu Force was around the planet's orbit waiting. As Vegeta was watching from a little bit of far away, watching in shock. Kakarot must be the Super Saiyan, there's no way around it. He's toying with Frieza. Frieza would then crush his scouter as he would then turn into his second form. He charges in as Goku battles him, still pretty easily handling him, and telling him that he's hiding his power and to stop wasting his time. Frieza would then stand up, spitting some blood, smirking, sitting fine. It's his funeral. Super Saiyan, he mocks as he turns into his final form. As far off, the Ginyu Force landed as Piccolo was waiting for them with Gohan, as they would take turns on who fights who. As Raccoon would then charge in at Gohan, Piccolo tells Gohan to go at him. Gohan would then yell and fly in, dodging Raccoon's punch and kicking him right in the stomach, shattering his armor, sending him to the ground, as it hurt Raccoon pretty badly. The other Ginyu Force watches in shock, as Gohan punched his face, sending him to the island as well. Gohan would then fire dozens of ki blasts and then a powerful Masenko, making a huge explosion. As Piccolo watched as the smoke cleared, the rest of the Ginyu Force was shocked to see that Raccoon did get out of the rubble, but he was struggling to stand. As Raccoon would then blow out smoke from his broken teeth, he would then walk towards Gohan, then he would fall over. As Piccolo smirked, a little Gohan was grown into a well fighter, but Piccolo would take it from here. As Guldo, Jace, Burter, and Ginyu all attack Piccolo at the same time, but we know how this goes. He would waste no time, and he appears killing Guldo. He fires a mouth beam, hitting Jace and Burter, killing them both. He would then see Ginyu stab himself as he did with Change Now. He would then hit Piccolo, swapping bodies with him. He would then begin laughing as Gohan would get angry, as he uses his power level, boost, and he would then charge in, hitting Piccolo, overpowering him. Now, how is this possible? It's because the fact that Ginyu's not used to Piccolo's body. So Gohan is able to damage Ginyu for the time being. So Gohan was able to fight him near equal, using his rage to boost his power even further. As Ginyu was injured, he would aim to change now to Gohan before Piccolo would then jump in, swapping his body back. Out of anger, he would then fire a Ki Blast, completely incinerating Ginyu. As Gohan was worried for Piccolo, luckily, he had a Senzu Bean ready. But they also meet Dende by this point, who would then tell them of the Grand Elder location. They would then fly off first to see Goku versus Frieza. As the fight was intense, Goku in his base form lands a hard punch hitting Frieza, sending him back. Frieza was amazed. He was a special breed of Saiyan for sure. But Frieza states that he's holding back, not even using half his strength. Goku smirks, stating to use 100% of his power. Frieza would actually honor this, and he would then use his full strength for the first time. Bulking up in size, Goku was amazed by the power of Frieza, Vegeta mainly, as Kakarot doesn't have a chance against this current power of Frieza. As Frieza smirks, stating that he went full power just like he wanted. Goku was very impressed, as Frieza states, "You're hiding something. Since you're so generous, go on ahead and try it again, Saiyan, and use your full power. I'll wait." As Goku thanked him, he is so kind. As Goku would then growl as his power level skyrockets, as everyone senses it, he would then transform into a Super Saiyan, shocking Vegeta and Frieza. Due to a Zenkai from Piccolo and training Goku's power level is currently, as a Super Saiyan, is 500 million. So Goku is insanely strong. As Frieza would try and attack Goku to do 0 damage, Goku would easily overpower Frieza, but he would give him one chance to leave this planet, which Frieza would respond out of panic to try and blow up Namek. With a single blast, Goku would easily knock it away. As Goku would not have a choice, as he gave Frieza one chance to get out of here, he would then fire a Kamehameha, killing Frieza, easily disintegrating and leaving no trace. Goku would then revert to base form as he sees Vegeta, who flies off, having seen enough. Goku would help the Namekians restore the people there, and they would thank all of them truly, as they would then leave, heading back to Earth. Now Vegeta follows behind, as he has nowhere else to go anyways, as life would then be peaceful for the next couple of months. As nearby, King Cold would then arrive near Namek. Now he wouldn't jump into Namek, but he would then see that Frieza's ship was last there, but now Frieza's gone. But now, this does change up the story. Since there's no planet Yardrat, Goku never learns instant transmission. Now, you could say that when they go past planet Yardrat, you could say that they stop by there, but realistically, that wouldn't happen. The only reason why Goku did is because of the ship that he had from the Ginyu Force. So, unfortunately, no. Planet Yardrat people are still safe, but no, unfortunately not. As King Cold was very angry, he's not going to squabble in this affair. As remember, King Cold originally had no care for it. He only went because Frieza said so. But he'll let his other son do the work and just let him handle it. As we do have Cooler in this canon event, as Cooler is one of my favorite villains. Cooler would be angry that Frieza lost, and he wouldn't go straight to Namek. He knows that the Super Saiyan left, and he would then track them, finding them back at Earth. Now, the same events for the Cooler movie would still happen. It's just the difference here is Piccolo is absurdly strong. But Goku would then cut in and say, let him fight Frieza himself. This is when Cooler would then look at Frieza after a little bit of a pause, as he was confused. As one of his men would then laugh and state, "That's not Frieza, you fool. That's Cooler, his brother." Goku mistaken Frieza before with Cooler, as he thought Frieza survived. But nope, that's Cooler alright. As Cooler would then power up to his full strength and fight Goku, Goku in base form is easily overpowering Cooler. This is when Cooler would then go into his 5th form. Goku was surprised, as true, he is a lot stronger than Frieza. Power level wise, we have no clue, but I would say he's probably 2 to 3 times stronger than Frieza, and if that was the case, Frieza had power level 120 million. I would probably say his power level was probably like at least like 200, 250. I would even say like 300 million. It doesn't matter anyway. Goku would easily overpower Cooler once when he turned Super Saiyan, and Piccolo could even fight him as well if he wanted to, as Piccolo's potential form is around the same as Goku's currently, as Goku was easily overpowering Cooler. Cooler had no chance. Cooler would then try to fire a supernova, but Goku would fire a Kamehameha, clashing with it, sending Cooler right through the sun. And yeah, so Cooler's gone. And King Cold would then learn about this, but with anger, would he go for it? I don't know, because he didn't really have any care, but the fact that both his sons were killed, he definitely does have a bit of revenge coming. So he would then state that he'll go after them within a short time. But for now, he needs to regroup his army. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below about it. Make sure to get this to 400 likes, and make sure that if you guys have watched it all the way through, let me know and put hashtag watched it, or made it all the way through if you guys want. Thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe. We're getting really close to actually breaking past 24 to 25,000, which will be the halfway point of our main goal, which is 50,000. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's hit 50,000 subscribers, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.